in quarantine. Working through this technology that, of course, is the very first time that we are doing this, so definitely bear with me. You are in for tons of fun. Before we jump right in, I'm going to give everyone a couple seconds to hop on, but lots of exciting things to come. Hello, hello, Rex. Emily. Hey, Lave. All right, guys, so we have a lot to cover today. We have one jam-packed fun hour of a ton of different tips and tricks that I can't wait to share with you. Again, my name is Mark Anastasios. I'm the head of global education for NYX Professional Makeup. And I'm super, super excited, like I said, to be here with all of you in NYX Professional Makeup's first ever live beat. So we are live streaming, people. It is live. It is Friday. You better get a cocktail if you're not of age. Get a popsicle. It is hot out there in Los Angeles. We are in for some treats. So what I'm going to take you through are a couple of housekeeping pieces so that you can really optimize this experience and take away, again, all of the tips and tricks. So first, I'm going to take you through in 1 hour everything you need to know about Bare Skin Essentials, focused on beautiful, dreamy, creamy, golden summer skin using our brand new Bear With Me Cannabis line. Then we're going to transition into what I know you all are here for, effortlessly filled in groomed eyebrows. Not overdone, just the perfect structure to complement your face. And then lastly, we can't forget about the eyes. I'm going to be showcasing one of our fantastic brand new Escape Artist palettes that you're going to be able to create endless looks. And I'm going to show you how to have some fun with color. You know, we all love beige, we all love tan, but let's step outside of our boxes together and have some fun with a splash of color for summer. So again, you guys are all here for NYX's very first live beat. Just a couple of housekeeping rules, like I said. Down here, if you love what you're seeing, show us some love and drop some hearts. Also, too, you can see the comment section. I'm going to be answering questions along with our moderator as we go. So we would love for you to ask us anything that you've ever wanted to know about NYX and NYX Color. Also, too, super, super excited. During this session, you guys, NYX has curated custom bundles just for you that are showcasing all of my favorite products that are down here. You don't even have to leave the page. You just click and purchase. And guess what, you guys? Free shipping. This entire session is free shipping straight to your door, contact free. We got to be cute and safe. But again, we still need to get you your products. So again, tons of bundles, and there's a giveaway, you guys, for the most engaged. I see a lot of my peeps out there. Lisa, hello. For the most engaged in the comment section, we're going to be giving away a full-size Escape Artist palette. So I know that's what you guys are all here for. There's going to be some giveaways throughout the entire session, and our moderator will be selecting the winner. And definitely, if you get a DM, know that it's your lucky day and you're going to be the winner of that palette. No need to circle back. We're going to do all the work to keep it super easy just for you. So who's ready to dive right in? I can't hear all of you, but I'm going to take that as a proverbial cheers. I brought my fabulous glitter cup full of water. It will have a cocktail in it when we're done. But let's get right to it. So my first thing I really wanted to show you guys, listen, I wasn't kidding when I said I am going to pull out all of the pro secret vault, everything that you ever wanted to know that makeup artists do on set, backstage. This is what I'm here for. So I'm going to show you guys in real time. Everyone that comes to my house laughs at me because I keep all of my skincare in my top shelf of my fridge. Listen, you guys, that is Mark tip number 1. This is my little makeshift bowl of ice that I have our first 2 claim to fame, Bear With Me cannabis products. And you know what? Keeping it chilled really helps to calm and refresh the skin, especially on a warm summer day. So I knew I would be here with you guys sharing everything. So I pre-chilled, if you will, a great bowl of ice. And without further ado, our very first product that I already pre-prepped my skin with is our brand new Bear With Me Cannabis Primer. It has SPF 30, which you guys, let's be honest, if you can see the sun can see you. So gone are the days of baking at the beach with baby oil. We want to keep bronze, but we want to keep safe. So this broad spectrum SPF 30 is going to protect you from all of those free radicals, UVA, UVB rays that are going to harm and damage the skin. But my favorite part of this is it's going to give you 24 hours of hydration. I've actually skipped primers before because they felt too heavy or too thick, or they haven't performed as I've wanted them to. And what's really great is this absolutely has no color. I'm going to show you on the back of my hand. One pump is really going to do your entire face, but I'm going to work it right in. And you guys, this is like a layer of hydrating silk on the skin. After you've put all of your skincare on, just massage a dime size of this and you're going to get that beautiful hydration. I mean, you can instantly see side by side. It really gives that nice glossy glow. And if you guys are wondering, I have the most sensitive oily skin on the planet, so I'm all about non-comedogenic, not thick, very thin, wearable, easy to work with products, and this is absolutely that. So again, you're going to get all your hydration, you're going to get your SPF, and the best part, it's going to smooth everything out. So any color you put on after is going to go on like a beautifully painted canvas. So don't overuse it, but definitely use the Mark tip of putting it in the fridge. Those nice cool ingredients are going to really help to soothe any redness so that you actually end up wearing less makeup, which, especially when it's hot, I definitely don't want to feel or look like I have a lot on my face. Let's look at the comments here. Gosh, I see so many familiar names. Sania, Zoe, thank you so much. You're so adorable. I love that everyone is here celebrating summer skin. So now, my next step, you guys, my holy grail for buildable, breathable skin. Can I just say that one more time? Buildable, meaning you're in full control of the coverage that you want, sheer, medium, or full, and breathable. The whole vibe of skin is to look like skin. So especially when you're doing a fun, more kind of editorial pop of color on the eye, you don't want the skin to look too overworked. So without further ado, my absolute faves, Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil. You guys, so many skin healthy ingredients. This is the first product I'm going to demo for all of you. But what's really beautiful about it is it's infused with aloe and cucumber, so it's ultra soothing to the skin. And like I said, it's such a beautiful, pure, high pigment that you need a very little bit to just even out the skin tone in a very breathable way. So what I'm going to do is I've pre-prepped on a palette a few shades. You know, I'm an artist. I encourage you guys, even if you have never dabbled in mixing products, skin tones change all the time. So for me, I'm typically within our true beige buff, but I do have some warmth to my skin as well. So I love to hit it with a little bit of our deep mocha, which I'm going to show you guys how you can create a really beautiful, dreamy, effortless bronzy contour with. So I mix those two shades, and I'm using our amazing, you guys, holy grail product, blending sponge. And with our hydrating spray, I'm getting to it. We're going to mist. I really like to saturate the sponge. That extra moisture really gives a lovely slip to the product. And what's really great about it is I'm just kind of taking on my palette, mixing away, and I'm going to start pressing on the skin. And what you want to do are just stamping motions. If you wipe, I know that's the first inclination with a sponge. What ends up happening is you're wiping the coverage off as opposed to building it. So you're going to actually save a ton of time in the morning and a lot of headache by just simply stamping. I'm using the heel end of the sponge and just building that coverage where I need it. You guys, groundbreaking information I'm about to share here. Foundation does not need to be on every square inch of your face. I'll repeat that one. Foundation does not need to be everywhere. If you are using the right shade, I should not be able to tell that you have a stitch of makeup on if you only are wearing it through the T-zone, which for me is typically where I like the majority of my coverage. I don't need a lot of coverage out here on my beard line, so avoid that area. But again, that's the beauty of having a few shades in your arsenal to be able to really customize when your skin's a bit darker, add a bit more of your deep mocha. When it's a bit lighter, you can use the shade that you always use. So I'm pretty happy with this coverage that we have going on right now. Again, I can really feel all of that really ultra hydrating properties like I mentioned, the aloe, the cucumber. I see there's a quiz going up. Do you keep your skincare in the fridge? And 61% of you said no. So I hope that that 61% runs straight to your fridge and puts all of that skincare in, because I'm telling you, it's going to be a game changer. Now, what I'm going to do is show you a really quick way. Again, it's supposed to be easy breezy summer skin, right? So it's not meant to be a super harsh contour or a very stark white highlight. Instead, what you really want to do is work with your skin and work with your face shape. Mark is a boy, obviously, with a very round face. I wish it were slimmer. We're working on that. But until then, I'm going to take just deep mocha, and I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to add a touch of structure. So what I'm going to do is, using, again, the same exact sponge, it couldn't be easier, I'm going to press that deepest shade towards the back half of my skin. You can see I'm not crossing the line of the outer corner of my eye. I'm really keeping it concentrated on the back half. So now what I can do is just stamp in and blend out, radiating towards the apple of my cheek, that beautiful bronzy warmth. And you can see I'm starting to get this rockin', like I've been at the beach, though I've been in my apartment, warm highlight that looks super creamy and dreamy because it's the exact same formula as my foundation. So I'm going to even the other side out. Again, remember, a little bit goes a long way. If you overdo it, don't worry. Just take the clean end of your sponge and buff that right out. But what's really great is you can just, again, I'm bouncing. Bounce is the word of the day. Radiating through. Now, Mark likes to be Bo-Katan, Boca, Las Vegas, Palm Springs. Enter your hot destination of choice. So I like to go a bit ham. If you're like me, I have no hair, or if you have what I like to call lovingly a 5-head, I will press some of that deep mocha along the hairline just to kind of warm that up and give me this really beautiful kind of halo effect, so that all of the lightness and brightness stays within the center of my face. So you can see I'm not doing aggressive strokes, but because I'm very deliberate in my placement, I'm able to get this really beautiful kind of melted together complexion without a ton of work. I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. What do you guys think? Are we good? Let's see. Chris, I see you. It's amazing. So, surveys in, you guys. The level of coverage that you guys like, which you guys are my people, I knew you would show up. 80% of you are sheer to medium. So remember what I said? Sheer to medium, this is the jam of Bare With Me Tinted Skin Veil with that aloe and cucumber. But remember, if you wanted to build coverage, it's super, super simple to just continue to bounce with that sponge so that you can build that medium to full coverage. That's pretty good. Yeah, into that. All right. So now that we've done some warming up of the skin, pretty happy with that, I am going to take my lighter shade, which is going to be my, hold please, my beige camel, and now I'm flipping to the tip of the sponge, and where I really want to focus that is just in the very, very center of my face. So again, I'm not trying to look like I have white under my eye. I'm just trying to give a bit of life and brightness underneath. Now, you're going to notice a lot of makeup artists like to extend their highlight all the way out to the hairline. The reason why I don't do that for my shape, my face shape, is because I'm more round. I really want that brightness to stay hyper-focused in the center so that I can minimize some of that width. But by all means, if you have a more petite face or you're really wanting to create that kind of ultra glam highlight, don't be afraid to pull it out further. But for me, I'm happy with it ending closer to the tail of my brow. You can see I'm working pretty quickly, again, kind of bouncing with that flat edge right in the center. And you can see this beautiful kind of spotlight moment happening, which is all as if there was a spotlight right in the center of my face. What's really great about this is you don't necessarily have to set it. For me, I'm oily, so I know if I really want it to wear for a long time, I will hit it with a little bit of translucent powder. But really for day-to-day wear, it's super simple. And again, don't stress that the tinted skin veil doesn't have your SPF, because remember, you're going to be layering that gorgeous SPF 30 primer right underneath it. That's going to give you that broad spectrum UVA, UVB protection. And free radicals. We don't want sun damage. No. Bye. Yes, everyone, great tip, Mark. Thank you. I know, the spray is it. You guys, I can't wait another second. I have to grab it right back and introduce you guys to the next holy grail. So, super excited with what we've achieved so far with skin. But really, you guys, what's going to set it off is our brand new Bare With Me Revitalize and Set setting spray. You guys, this is not just water in a bottle. This is like a dream potion that is going to give you all of the hydration that's super lightweight. Again, I'm not playing when I say this was all over my fridge, staying nice and cool. But I love to just kind of hit everything once I've even my complexion, thrown some natural highlight and contour on. It just locks everything in place. But you know what? I'm all about the extra skin benefits. Do you know what this has? And I'm embarrassed to even share this with you. I am an iced coffee, more specifically, my team is laughing right now, espresso junkie. I live for my caffeine. You guys, the Revitalize and Set spray is infused with caffeine, which is an absolute dream because it's anti-inflammatory. So any areas of your face that maybe have some inflammation or some flare-ups of breakouts, it's really going to help to minimize all of that. And think of it like a cup of coffee for your skin. It's going to give it that extra vibrancy, that extra jolt. And no joke, I keep one of these at my desk as well. I wish I had a mini fridge. Maybe that's on my Amazon to-do list now. But I absolutely live for this. There's also vitamin E, which is super, super hydrating to the skin. Again, jam all those antioxidants in. So it's going to set our makeup. It's going to give our skin that vibrancy, that anti-inflammation, and also that gorgeous hydration that only vitamin E can offer. So you're going to see me use this a million different ways throughout the makeup, but I couldn't go any longer without sharing it first. Let's check into our questions. Do you use a makeup setting spray? Which is your favorite? Oh, well, a lot of you are already hip to it. Bear with me, cannabis sativa seed oil. This is already your fave, 35% of you. Super excited that you're not late to the party, so share it with your friends. This is in our bundle, you guys. So for those of you that are just joining, don't forget about our gorgeous bundles that are right below. You can just click shop, and everything that I'm talking about is already in the cute little Mark packages that are going to be delivered contact-free to your door, so you can keep that glam up even when you are chilling in your apartment. Okay? And you guys, you know what? Makeup is makeup, and sure, we want it to do a million different things and make us look 50 years younger and so on. But at the end of the day, don't we want to feel good? And right now, I don't know about you, but when I haven't been in the sun as much as I've wanted to, or my skin's feeling a little bit drier because of the fans in my apartment or my air conditioning, this really has been a lifesaver. I mean, don't tell anyone, but I've been known in the middle of watching my Netflix, having my snacks and having my spray right next to me so I can just refresh mid-movie, and it is really, really a lifesaver, you guys. So I cannot recommend this enough. Now, let's jump into other great skincare products, but for lips. This is, and I know I'm saying everything is my absolute favorite, but I promise you guys, those that know me, I have 50 of these in my bag at any given time. It's our Bear With Me Cannabis Lip Conditioner. This, you guys, is like lip silk. It is going to make your lips so silky smooth. And what I love about it is it gives this beautiful, soft applicator, just really easily glides on the lip. It's absolutely clear, but I'm telling you, that grapeseed oil and jojoba really are ultra nourishing and hydrating for your lip area, especially if you love to wear lipstick, lip gloss, any color products. I don't care how jammin' your lip products are. If your lips aren't super supple and hydrated, then we're done for. So, again, I absolutely had to share this with you guys because it's one of my all-time favorites. And if we're addressing our skin, don't forget about your lips, you guys. It absolutely is an area that needs to stay hydrated throughout the day. You can wear it on its own. When I'm washing my face in the morning or when I get out of the shower, I'll hit my lips with a little bit of this. And then even if you're wearing a lipstick, in the middle of the day, if your lips are feeling a little bit dry, you can just put a little bit on. I'll give you guys a pro tip, and I'm going to show you guys a fun way to use this at the end. So your wand doesn't get your lipstick color on it, just take a little bit out on the back of your hand, roll it from the applicator, and press it over your lipstick. That way, you can just kind of massage it in, and I'll be real honest with you guys, it is a lip conditioner, but it's so not greasy and lightweight that I always just take the rest of it, especially because I know we're all staying hyper vigilant with our hand sanitizer. We are just gonna work it all the way in, and you guys, it's like a hand salve. I'm not even kidding. I've never been able to do this with a lip product before. I pretend I do, and then I wash my hands. But this legit keeps my hands from cracking and really, really is a godsend. So bear with me, cannabis sativa seed oil, lip conditioner, #1. It's in the bundle. Don't forget to click purchase. So you get your spray and a lot of other goodies that are going to give you that gorgeous, fresh summer skin. So, happy with skin, living for it. Now, I know all of you are here to talk brows. Now, brows are the real tea. We need a little sippy sip. I'm going to show you guys how to get the hottest trend right now, which is going to be your laminated brows. For those of you that have never heard of it and you're like, Mark, what are you talking about? My brows aren't a piece of paper. No, it's not that kind of lamination. Laminating is essentially giving and optimizing the hair follicle the greatest lift and setting power so that all of your brow hairs lay beautifully smooth, going the right direction, even if they don't naturally. I'm going to show you how to cheat it. So the very first product we're going to use, which you guys are going to all flip out over, is our brand new Fill and Fluff clear brow pencil. Now you guys are scratching your head going, Mark, I don't know what you're talking about. You just said clear. What you want to do is, I'm going to show you on one brow first. You see, brow hair grows up and it grows down. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take my clear Fill and Fluff and I'm going to really be generous with it. Make sure you guys, it's only, oh God, I've always wanted to do this now that I'm an influencer. Insert laugh track. It really shouldn't be further out than that. It is a dryer wax, so that if it's too far out, it's going to break off. But I'm going to give you guys a pro tip too. Once a week, just on a piece of paper on a table, I run this back and forth, and that's how you sharpen it. So it's the easiest thing in the world. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a generous amount, generous being the operative word here, and you see I'm not being super precise because I just want to really lay down that brow hair. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip. What I love about Fill and Fluff is it also has this gorgeous paddle, I don't know if you guys can see, that makes blending super, super easy. So all I do is I brush all of that brow hair upward, which instantly gives us a facelift. Thank you very much. And we really want to make sure it's beautifully coated throughout the entire eyebrow. Already we're good to go. Now, as if that didn't set the scene, what we want to do, which is probably unconventional for most of you when it comes to doing your eyebrows. Most of you, I'm sure, if you've ever used doing a brow gel, you typically wait until the very end. But what I'm going to do for this technique is I'm going to use our NYX Control Freak Clear Brow Gel, which is also in the brow bundle, by the way. So definitely snatch that up. It's the best brow bundle I've ever seen, actually. And what I'm going to do is, now that the brow hair is beautifully coated with wax, I'm going to brush all of the hair upwards. And you're like, Mark, what if I have longer brow hairs? Don't you worry, I got you. You're now going to take the side of the spoolie and just lay. I'm not even moving. It's just giving it a cute little whisper. I need you to lay down exactly where you're supposed to be. So we're really optimizing, like I said, the length of that brow hair. If you don't have a lot of brow hair, don't trip. This still will work for you. Make sure you're doing the clear wax step first, and the brow hair you do have, you still want to go upward motions, and then now is the next step to how to create that hair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab our next product, which you guys, as if NYX hasn't already thought of it all, this is so, so easy. It is your one-stop shop for perfect eyebrows. What it is our brand new Dip Shape Go brow product. It is long wear, but you guys, I need to show this to you. It's all in one pen, and essentially what you want to do is open it, and on one side, you want to pull, of course, never happened through run-through, but of course it does now. We are giving you an angled brush for your brows, as well as a blending spoolie. And in addition, you guys, the heel of the pen has your brow product in it. So I'm going to show you guys an easy way to use this product. You're like, Mark, you're telling me this is easy, but there's 3 components. What do I even do? Don't worry, I'm going to talk you through it, okay? What you want to do is take your angled brush first, and in the well, I'm just going to dip it into the product. And this is the key, you guys, because you don't want to look like you have a block of eyebrows. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you're wiping the excess off both sides. What this is going to do also is it's going to make sure that your angled brush stays super, super razor thin so that you can create that beautiful dimension. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, now that I've fully loaded my brush, I'm going to just fill in the sparse areas that need some density. So again, I understand I have a fuller brow, but if you don't, this would be the easy step for you to create the structure you want. Now, the biggest mistake I see with eyebrows all the time is not blending. Someone comes up to me and they're like, Mark, how do you like my eyebrows? And they're dark brown stripes on their face. And I go, oh my gosh, I love them. What did you use to blend? And they go, what's that? Blending is the spoolie. So think of your spoolie like your hairbrush. If I told you you could never brush your hair again, you'd probably lose your mind. So it's the same thing when you're doing your brows. You want to make sure you apply a little bit of product and then immediately switch to that spoolie to beautifully and seamlessly graduate that product between your brow hairs. A pro tip is keeping the front of your brow, regardless of the style of eyebrow that you like, because anyone can use this product. Keep the front of your brow with no product on it. And what I mean is, you saw that I started to fill more from the center of my eyebrow toward my arch. I blended, and then I used whatever was left on the spoolie just to gently comb through the center, and it gives me this beautiful ombre finish. So again, you can see it's nice and lifted, it's groomed, but my eyebrows don't walk into the room before I do, right? Or hopefully. Now, what I love to do now, because again, eyebrows are my jam. I don't know about you guys, but if they aren't, I hope to change that for you. What I love to do is actually, because again, you guys know I love a mix. In our brow bundle, which yes, we did not forget about your brows. Make sure you're checking that brow bundle out. It has everything you possibly need to do these laminated supermodel eyebrows. I'm going to take the shade black. So remember, I started with ash brown to give me a nice soft structure. Now what I'm going to do with our angled brush that also has two sides, angled on one side, show you guys that, and a spoolie on the other. What I'm going to do is take a little bit of the black out. And the reason why black is because now I want to create more fine hair strokes. So the idea is not to cover the whole eyebrow, but instead you just want to stamp a few individual hairs toward the tail. I'll show you on my opposite eyebrow. I'm going to do it out of order just to drive the example home. I'm removing, just so you guys can see my little smoke and mirrors off camera, I am removing some of the product onto my palette, and you'll see I'm literally just going through in diagonal strokes where I want to build some density, and then same vibe, I use the spoolie to blend up and out. The great thing is, just like using the right foundation for your skin, if you're using the right brow powder or brow product, like this beautiful Dip Shape Go pomade, you won't be able to tell what is naturally your brow and what is the brow product. So really make sure that you're taking the time to properly shade match. A pro tip for you guys, if you don't have a lot of brow hair, make sure that you softly sketch that lower arch, either with the applicator that it comes with or this separate double-ended eyebrow brush, so that you know where you shouldn't go underneath. Because I see so many times, just like eyeliner, you can start to build your brow, and before you know it, your brows are overwhelming everything. So really making sure that you are sketching that lower arch is huge. Now, I'm going to drop a little secret trick on you guys that I want to know. Please let me know in the chat if you guys have ever done this. I'm dying to know, actually. What I want you guys to do when you're structuring your upper arch is brush all of the hair down. You're like, what, Mark? You are crazy. Brush the hair down. The reason why you want to brush the hair down is because if all of the hair is going upwards and over, as you're building your brow product, none is getting on your skin. So by brushing the brow hair down, what I'm able to do is softly structure my upper arch, giving you almost that back shadow. So if I were in the sun, where naturally there would be a shadow cast from my brow hair, I just shade on the skin, and watch how easy it is. When you brush back up, all of that brow hair, or even if you didn't have a ton of brow hair, don't trip, it's still gonna look natural, masks that line, because nothing is worse than having that lower hard line and lower upper line. Go for a bold brow, but keep the front really soft and diffused, and make sure that you're blending out any harsh lines so that all we're looking at is your gorgeous eyes and your face shape. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up, let's see, have you guys done this? I see a few of you have. I know. My brow peeps are here and they're representing. I love it. Great. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to follow up. Again, I did this kind of out of order because guess what, you guys? If I had a nickel for every time someone said, Mark, do I do my concealer before my foundation? Do I do my brow powder before my brow pencil? Guess what? It's makeup. You can do whatever you want. So if I'm sitting here telling you you can only do it this one way, I'm lying to you. And what you're never going to get is me lying to you. So I think it's super important to show you guys different ways to use the same product on your eyebrow. You can see my eyebrows look virtually the same, but I did a completely different order to the step. So if you want that lamination vibe, I'm here for it. Make sure that you are first starting with that beautiful, clear fill and fluff pencil as your nice primer. That's going to lay down all of that hair. Then what we did was we took our Control Freak, our clear brow gel, brushed it all the way through to give you that gorgeous lift. And then we used our Dip Shape Go, Holy Grail, all in one. You guys, again, you no longer do you have to buy a separate brush, a separate powder, a separate pencil, a separate pomade. This has everything you absolutely need all in one. You have your brush, you have your blending spoolie, which remember is your hairbrush for your eyebrows. You have your well that has the pomade already in it. I mean, it couldn't be any simpler. And because it's long wear, you never have to worry midday at work when you're talking to a coworker, been there, and your eyebrows smearing off your face, or you're wondering how makeup artists only have to do their makeup one time in the morning and yours always comes off. Follow these steps and I promise you, you're going to do your makeup just like a pro. Let's check in with our... See, you guys know, NYX, it is not N-I-X, it's N-Y-X. NYX is actually, you guys, fun fact, and super special to our brand DNA, the goddess of night. So NYX is actually part of mythology, so it's really, really on brand for us. It's not New York, it is NYX, and it's NYX Professional Makeup. So, how are we feeling about these eyebrows? Are we living for them? Yes? Fantastic. I love it. It's your brother, I love you. I know. I'm so glad you guys are loving that lamination brow trend. I'm telling you, it is a game changer. And you guys, for the gentlemen that are on right now watching, this is not just for chicks, women, lovely ladies. By all means, if you only had Control Freak, brush that brow hair up, and it is going to groom everything and really open your eye space and look polished and put together for work, not overdone because you're not putting makeup in. But I won't tell if you do. So, with that, let's jump straight into eyes. I know that's really why you all are here. You're like, thank you, Mark, for tossing me through summer skin. I love it all. I love your brows, but let's get down to business. So, as promised, I'm going to revisit my gorgeous, bear with me, cannabis revitalizing set spray because I cannot get enough of it. It is, for those of you that are in Los Angeles or Southern California, the hottest day that we have seen. I said, of course it's going to be the day I'm doing my live stream. It couldn't be snowing outside. But this has been a godsend for me. And why not get a little hit of hydration? So let's talk eyes, you guys. Again, if you're just now, I love it, 100% of people, I know my people showed up, are living for Mark's eyebrows. I love that survey question. Thank you, moderator. So, holy grail, you guys, and get ready. This is the big guns, Escape Artist Palette. This is everything you ever need. I call it my jewelry box for my eyes. So don't even worry about it. If you are Mr. or Miss Au Natural, I live for my bronzies, my tans, Mark, color is too much for me, don't worry about it. We have you covered. You have 3 full rows of the most gorgeous pressed pigment and matte shades that are neutrals that really are going to showcase any eye color. And then you can see these bottom 2 rows here are where we really get into that NYX fun. Those, think about your top 3 rows like your little black dress that go to anytime you're going to a wedding, anytime you want to look your fiercest, you pop on that go-to. But then these bottom 2 rows are going to be like your jewelry box. It's going to be your gorgeous pair of earrings, your clutch, your necklace that you want to accessorize with. So I'm going to show you, hopefully, a fun new way to incorporate color into your eye look that you haven't seen before. So again, nothing against all other ways of wearing pops of color, but this is going to be your Mark Spectacular recommendation for easy breezy, summer, effortless, modern, colorful eyes. So pro tip is all of the shiny shadows are our gorgeous, really smooth, finely milled pressed pigments. So my first step, because I'm going to add a pop of color on the eye, is I'm going to use my finger. Use your finger to apply any of these shimmer shades, because you know what? It's going to give you that immediate color payoff you want. You can see naturally, because of my complexion, I'm more olive. My lids are darker. I know when I was younger, I had friends call me eyeshadow man, swore up and down that I wore eyeshadow. No, I do not wear eyeshadow usually, though I'm not against it, obviously. But because I want this really kind of lived-in, beachy, colorful moment, I'm going to keep my lid pretty true to its color. So I know a lot of you will put eye primer on all over to kind of blank out everything. But because I know that I already want to work with my darker eyelids, I left them alone. And I should give a special shout out, though it's not in our bundle, you should pick it up for sure. I'm only wearing, I didn't even curl my lashes, 1 coat of our On the Rise Liftscara. You guys, it is my holy grail. I could talk to you for about 5 hours about it, but I will spare you. 1 coat is going to give you such great curl and lift. It's incredible. So what I'm going to do, and the beauty of a palette, again, if I had a nickel for every client that's ever said, Mark, it's too many colors for me, I'm really stressed out, I'm here to make your life stress-free. So the beauty of a palette is, why limit 1 shade? What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take a combination of all of the bronzy shades, because I want to create this beautiful kind of gemstone effect all over my lid. Now, you're like, Mark, what's your recipe? Hate to break it to you, there is no recipe. It changes every single day. If you feel like things are looking too gold, then I recommend toning it down with more of a bronze. But you can see, especially when you're doing skin first, I'll get closer, having that pressing motion with your fingertip absolutely prevents any fallout under your eye, so you don't have to worry about redoing your skin all over. So If you happen to get too much, I use the lid, you can see, as my palette to remove any extra, but I'm going to even out both sides, kind of pressing it. It's like a press and roll. When you get a little massage, it's really just rocking that finger back and forth. You're not jamming it on because, again, it's your eyeball. It's the thinnest, most delicate skin on the face, so we want to be super gentle. But again, you can see I'm just getting this gorgeous kind of gemstone glaze all over the lid. That I'm super happy with. Right on. I mean, again, if I had a nickel for every time someone asked me, Mark, oh my gosh, how long does it take you to do your eyes? This just took 4 seconds and I'm talking to you. So super, super simple. I'm just taking a big fluffy brush because I'm OCD and sweep underneath my eye just in case. Now, where the fun color comes in, sure, the 2 brushes I begged and pleaded, and you guys, it's the only time these are going to be in a bundle, our micro blending brush and our micro detail brush. I have to pan in on these guys for you. I'm telling you, they're an absolute game changer when you're doing your eyeshadow. I am here to drop a big old beauty bomb right now. You can achieve any look you ever want with your eyes with only these 2 brushes, and I'm going to show you how. I think the #1 mistake that every client does when it comes to brushes is every brush that they own for their eyes is too large. So you end up over applying shadow, it gets too heavy, you're frustrated, you're like, I'm not going to dinner, I'm not going, this didn't come out right. Tip, just keep going, it always works out. But guess what? When you use small, beautifully compact, super soft, always synthetic brushes, you're going to get the precise placement you want. So we didn't come here on a Friday night for just bronzy, even though I know 70% of you love your bronze. So you're going to love this palette. Alex, I see you. Mark, it's me. I'm glad you're loving it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my micro blending brush, and I'm going to call this like Eyes on Fire. So rather than just like a little inner corner hit of color, which if you don't want to go too far, or maybe it's like your work pop of color, maybe you start there. But what I'm going to show you is kind of a graduated, you're going to be like, Mark, what are you doing? I'm going to start with this bright orange, and I'm going to start right at the base of my eyebrow. You're like, what? The reason why I'm starting at the base of my eyebrow is because I really want to maximize that lift to my eye, but you see I'm really not going further than an inch over, and it's going to ombre down into the same kind of effect. So my recommendation as you're doing your eyes, again using that gorgeous orange, is to really make sure that you're taking your time and evening, not as in night or PM, but evening the tone out on both sides so that you don't have to have lopsided eyes and go back in later on and be super frustrated. And you know what? What's really modern about colorful eyeshadow is having it look like you just threw it on in the back of an Uber. If it looks too pristine, it's very 80s or 70s, very quick, which I love. But if we want to stay in the present, really being mindful of it's okay to have a bit of a gritty edge. That's what NYX is all about. You're in the driver's seat the entire time. So I'm going to keep going so that you guys are like, Mark, what is he actually doing? I'm just blending that into the brow. Now, as I promised, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this beautiful kind of mid-tone citrus, and I'm going to shade right at the base. Always take your excess and do small little circles on the top of the palette, and I'm going to softly massage that just beneath the brightest orange shade. So I'm just giving you this like little inner corner hit, little geometric shape happening, living for it, right? bringing that down. And again, I'm a guy, so I want it to look a bit rough around the edges. If you wanted, you can absolutely take another big fluffy brush. This is brush 16 from NYX. There's absolutely nothing on it. But what I do is I just kind of massage the edges to make sure that there is absolutely no choppy lines. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the brightest shade, which is going to be our yellow. And I'm going to really pack it and press right on the inner corner. And you're going to start to see this beautiful kind of fiery orange moment coming together. Who loves a bronze beat? Everyone loves a bronze beat. And you know what's so great about how versatile this look is, you guys? You can always do this beautiful kind of dreamy, neutral gemstone eyelid and swap out your pop of color on the inside. It doesn't always have to be orange. So you could do blue, you could do green, you could do purple. That's what's so beautiful about having one full palette is you have all of your accessories right in front of you. So just evening out the other side, again, I'm just being mindful of our time together because I know that there are cocktails to be had and fun to be had. And I wish I could keep all of you for the next 3 months. Maybe we can work that out in the future. I'm going to bounce that up and blend it out. Yes, it's pretty fun. I love that. Now what I'm going to do is I told you I use it all the time. I'm going to take our second brush that's in the bundle. Again, if you guys have not picked up your bundles yet, now is your time. Free shipping. If you guys missed it, you do not even have to leave the page. Just make sure you click down right here. We have your skin bundle, your eye bundle, and your brow bundle. What I'm doing now, pro tip, is taking our Revitalize and Set Bear With Me Cannabis Spray, and I'm misting, might as well hit my face again, I'm misting my brush, wetting it. Now what that's doing is it's going to give us, I'm going to take this lightest shade in the palette, which is like the dreamiest white gold, and it's going to give me this gorgeous little fleck of shimmer just on the inside of my eye. So it's going to give like a great point of interest. So you can see when I look up, it gives you this beautiful graduation from shimmer to matte pop of color. So it also toned down some of the color. If you guys are like, Mark is really taking me there, this is too much. Maybe you don't extend it as high as I did to your eyebrow, but I'm telling you, try it once and you're going to get compliments up the wazoo. Every now and again when I'm going out with my friends, my personal vibe is I don't wear eyeshadow every day, but sometimes I get a wild hair and I put a pop of color on my eye, and my friends are like, Mark, I don't know why, but this doesn't even look outside of normal. Because it's how you've done it and it doesn't look too manicured. So I just share this with you because I think the biggest thing when you're working with color is stressing yourself out about, is it too perfect? Is it too much? I'm telling you, you're already ahead of the curve by picking up this Escape Artist palette because again, you can recreate this look in so many different ways and play with the placement. Now, the last tip I'm going to show you guys that's really going to pull this all together, and you're like, Mark, I thought you've really shown me everything. I'm going to revisit our Control Freak upside down that's in our gorgeous brow bundle. Now, this is my absolute pro tip, and we're going to revisit this double-sided angled brush with the spoolie. What I'm doing, and I'm going to show you this behind the scenes, told you I was here to tell you all the tricks. I took out this orange pigment is actually some of the orange eyeshadow I just used. I loosened it up very gently by wiggling my spoolie on top of the pressed shadow to loosen it up. And what I'm doing is I actually removed some of the Control Freak brow gel, and guess what, you guys? I'm creating orange mascara. So I have a way to now keep this gorgeous pop of color going without it looking disjointed. So I'm going to really work it into this eye so you can see. how fun is that? You get this really pretty, dreamy orange hit underneath. It's like a little creamsicle, right? So you can mix up that potion. I would say maybe 2 parts Control Freak, 1 part orange eyeshadow. But again, this is my trick. You guys, I've been in the back seat with a client before with no mascara. True story. Worst nightmare. And mixed a black eyeshadow with this Control Freak, and it was my absolute hero, save the day Superman. So I'm like, why not make it colored and invite it to the summer eye party? Might as well. Now, if you really wanted to hit this off, you could, of course, take an orange liner or something that's contrasting, like an aqua or a blue, and line that inner waterline. If you want to make your eyes look even larger, you can use one of our NYX Faux Whites liners or our jumbo eye pencils in Milk. Those are all great options. But again, don't grind on what the product is. Just think about the technique right now. And the fact that you are really just getting all of the products you need. How fun is that? I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm having a lot of fun over here. Have you guys ever seen that trick before? Let me know about mixing your Control Freak with pigment. Now, again, just to top this off, sure, it's fine as is, but I really, because it's summer, want to have this beautiful kind of glossy look to my lid. What I'm doing is I'm revisiting your new favorite, my all-time favorite, Bear With Me Cannabis Lip Conditioner. And all I'm doing with my finger is I remove some on the back of my hand, and I'm pressing it all over my lid. And I don't know if you guys can see, it gives the most dreamy, glossy bronze, like I have liquefied crystals and put them all over my eyelid. I'm telling you, when you have messed your eyeshadow up, it will happen. Not now, but in the future. Tap a little bit of lip conditioner right over, and it's not going to be super goopy, or crease. It's just going to stay beautifully hydrated, and I'm telling you, at nighttime, when you get that little amber lighting hit, everyone's going to be complimenting your eyes all night long. So, that, I can't even believe, how fast does an hour go? I mean, we're having too much fun together. I want to, of course, finish this with a little bit of lip conditioner. And you know what? Let's just keep it going. I'm going to take what's left of that orange pigment, and I'm going to press it right in the center of my lip, just for a sheer wash of color. And it's going to tie. Cute. I love it. So now I showed you how to make your own custom lip gloss as well. I swear. I was like, I'm going to show them a couple tricks. Maybe not all of them. You guys are getting all of them today. So I'm just going through and coating that one more time with some lip conditioner, and we're all set. So I hope you guys found this as much fun as I did. How in the world did we already go through an entire hour? If you haven't picked up your bundles down below, definitely do. But you guys, I have a special tip and a special treat for those of you that are my real soldiers that have stayed until the very end. You can use, I'm going to say this very slowly, the code LIVEBEAT to get free shipping on all purchases through our website for the rest of the day. That is your treat for being such a loyal follower and an engaged NYX fan. I can't thank you guys enough. I've had so much fun. Again, drop us some hearts if you loved it. Drop me a comment. I hope this was just as engaging and informative for you, and I can't wait to hear how much you love your bundles. So with that, I think it's time for a congratulations sip from the Crystal Chalice. And signing off from my apartment, thank you so much, and I look forward to working with you guys soon.